Okay, so we call people.
Yeah.
We give them advice. Attempt to. That's why we.
Are you going to call somebody?
Yes, we are.
Oh my God.
We've already vetted the call. I've already spoken to them earlier.
Yeah, but I don't know.
They email the show with questions that they need help, and we're unqualified to give advice.
We're really unqualified.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But we try our best, though.
Are we gonna be liable for any of this?
We've been doing it for 3.5 years. Nothing's happened so far.
Really?
Knock on wood, nothing's happened so
Oh
far.
my Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Okay. Disclaimer. Is there a disclaimer we need to read?
Well, we should probably read a disclaimer.
You should read a disclaimer. How is this not? Why have you not?
I thought
Where are
that
your
the
attorneys?
title of our show was called Unqualified.
We thought that was enough.
Asterisk at the end of it. Unqualified. Read the fine print.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know.
Holy shit. All right. Well, I'm going to put it out there.
Yes.
No, whatever advice I give you, I'm not responsible for that.
You're going to be great.
No, I know I'm going to be great. That's not the question. I'm not responsible for this shit, though.
You're not responsible.
You're not responsible.
It's said right here, right now. We've all signed away.
Don't fucking come after me.
No, we're not. We're not going to come after you.
No, not
Promise.
you. Them.
Them. Okay.
Yeah, whoever they are.
Somebody's been in the business for a while.
Well, fuck, I got 4 kids. I need mouths to feed. Fuck, you guys are like, woohoo.
We're gonna call Tim.
Fucking Tim.
Welcome aboard.
Does he have a real issue?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You don't have to say anything. Wait, just listen.
Like you know what? Well, you follow our lead, and then if you feel like I know you're gonna have something to say.
This is the first time we've also had like a panic
I'm on the
attack from
show.
somebody.
I have the things to say.
All right, we're gonna call Tim. He's in
really
Nevada
hot now.
and he's 32.
Oh my God, Tim. What the fuck are you doing, Tim? You're calling a podcast.
Hey, we are loving and caring here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
How's it going?
All right, Anna, say hi to Tim.
Hi, Tim. Hey, thanks so much. You're so sweet to do this and to listen to our ding dong advice.
Anna, you are so sweet. I am an enormous fan.
Oh, thank you. And we're here with Mark-Paul Gosselaar.
Gosselaar?
Yes, it's all right.
Mark, I know who you are. I'm also a huge fan. Literally have a Bayside Tigers shirt in my closet right now.
Right on, Tim. Thanks so much. What's up, Tim? What's the problem?
Okay, so the main reason why I wanted to talk to you guys is because, I really need to talk about my in-laws. We have a three-year-old son, me and my beautiful wife. My son's name is Milo. And the real issue is we're feeling like every time, maybe me and my wife want to go on like a date, or maybe Milo wants to see his grandparents, my in-laws, it feels like we're putting them out. Like it's a chore to try to have them watch our son, which is really heartbreaking because for us, our son is amazing. He's beautiful. He's smart, really easy. But for them, they literally watch him 3 hours a week. And any more than that, it's almost like we are asking the biggest favor ever. And sometimes when we are dealing with my in-laws, like I was telling Sim earlier, last year I had some issues with opiate addiction and I had to go to rehab. Today I'm literally 445 days sober.
Oh, congratulations.
Congrats,
That's
bud.
fucking amazing.
And then it kind of almost feels like to me and my wife that sometimes the way they treat us is almost like a fuck you to me. It's almost like they're missing out on my son's life because having to maybe deal with me, which, I've turned my life around. I'm working, supporting a family, doing all these things. And it's just breaking our heart because we don't know how to talk to them about this situation because they really like to play the victim whenever we bring up anything, even if it's not about our son. I mean, they're always like, oh, well, we're the assholes and you guys, think you have it all figured out. And it's just like, we want our son to have a relationship with you. And also, when my son wants to go with them and see them, they don't always make themselves available. So it's like, what do we say to my son? How do we broach the issue with them? We just want to have that relationship.
Hey, so Tim, so a couple of questions. One, an easy one. Do they live in the vicinity?
They literally live 5 minutes away.
Okay, the other one, when you're going through your struggles, how close? Well, and in general, how close is your wife to her parents?
So during that specific time, my wife needed help. I was literally in Southern California for 30 days. So she not only had my parents and my brother, but her parents really stepped up. And I'm going to say this, and in no way am I trying to offend, anybody, but my wife knows how crazy her parents are. So, this isn't like anything new for her. And I always say to her, I go, I don't know how you are this amazing being raised by those parents. And she agrees. They're neurotic and a little nutty, and really they play the victim. But what's also a bummer is when they're around like our family, like say for Thanksgiving, they act like they're the most hands-on grandparents on the planet. And then we just sit there with our lips shut because who are we to be like, well, yeah, right. You guys don't do that. They put on this whole scene about it.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Best Fiends. We all know there really is only one Match 3 style game worth playing. It's the one with an actual storyline, cool collectible characters, and non-stop action-packed adventure. It's the one with literally thousands of challenging puzzles to solve. And yes, I'm using the word literally correctly. Of course, I'm talking about Best Fiends. You meet your best fiends early in their careers. They don't have much experience, but they have heart. I recognized a little piece of myself in each of them. And so I began to assemble the perfect team. I watched them grow as we solved puzzle after puzzle, working hard and playing hard. Today, my best fiends are ready to go anytime and anywhere. I'm really proud of what they have become. With new challenges and levels added all the time, there's never a boring moment. So download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Intuit, powering products like TurboTax, QuickBooks, Mint, and Credit Karma. Intuit works for what you work for, and it was only recently that I found out they were working for me. I've been using QuickBooks for years and more recently began using Mint, which is an easy way to create monthly budgets. It was a bit surprising to realize how much I could save by learning how to make coffee. With Intuit, artificial intelligence can predict your future cash flow, recognize a misplaced digit in an account or routing number, and even connect users with live experts who can assist with navigating life changes or help with unique tax situations. Everything is automatically organized as you track your personal or business expenses by scanning receipts, invoices, and other financial documents, while smart budgeting tools let you know before you overspend. Innovative features like these make managing your finances simple, but as you probably already knew, innovation is at the core of everything Intuit does. Discover how Intuit's products can help you see what's possible at Intuit.com. That's INTUIT.com.
Well, so Tim, I totally hear, like, I hear you. I think that my initial advice is going to suck, which is, I think that if you really want to think, like the long game here, I think that you might need to extend an olive branch, and in the form of like, listen, I want to earn your trust back. Like, I know that it doesn't have to be phrased exactly like that, but it should have the same meaning. Like, I know that that I put your daughter through some times of hardship, and I want to make up for that. And I know that I put you, because you love your daughter, through that same thing. So I want to make up for that. And I want to have you a part of our family. I want you to have a relationship with my son, and start from that perspective. And I think that they would find themselves wanting to be to be more involved once they feel like you've opened up the sort of the pathway to communication with them. I also want to make sure that you and your wife don't make sure, I just want your son to be protected in terms of their relationship with your son, so that you guys don't lead your son to sort of inadvertent resentment, because I do think this is a solvable problem. They're close. You guys are close with them. It sounds like you and your wife have a very healthy relationship. I'm so impressed that you were able to go through your struggles and to talk openly about it. That's amazing. It sucks to be the bigger person, because it just fucking sucks.
Do you want me to give you my opinion? Because I've had 2 marriages and I have 4 kids.
Please.
Okay, here's the thing. What really matters is that you guys are great parents. And it sounds like you're a great parent, Tim. And you are going to have grandparents who are involved, and you're going to have grandparents who are not involved. And it is your job to protect your child. All you have to say, if they don't want to hang out, and I have a good set of grandparents and I have a bad set of grandparents. And not that they're bad, they're just not as engaged as the really good. Like, we have really good grandparents who come out for every birthday. They come out for Christmas. They come out for every single holiday. They'll come out for graduations. They're amazing. And I thank them so much. I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want to start a riff in the family. But we have good ones, and we have, ones that kind of aren't as engaged as you'd like them to be. And all I can say is protect your child. They're all great. All the grandparents are great. Talk about them as if they are involved, but don't force them. You just have to kind of accept them for who they are. Look, they're missing out, okay? You can't force them to want to be a part of your family. They're the ones missing out, and that's okay. That's their choice. Don't feel like it's your job to make them engage. If they don't want to engage, it's okay. Just be a good parent to your son, Milo. That's all that matters, and be positive, and eventually maybe they'll come around. Maybe they won't. It's okay though, man.
And Tim, I would also suggest, like, after you have like kind of a raw and however you want to sort of express sort of like the initial like olive branch idea, I think later on you and your wife should just make sure that you're overly grateful, even when you don't want to be, for the time that they do sit for your son. And if you're overly grateful and they feel like, oh wow, we feel recognized that we gave our time this week to be with Milo. If you say things like, thank you so much, Milo loves you guys, and he always he talks about you guys, or whatever placating olive branch extending you can do, that will benefit you. And then eventually you can say it's so nice when you guys watch Milo, because then I get to take my wife, your daughter, out for a nice meal, or we get to spend time together, and I really appreciate that, because I know that she went through stuff that was hard in the past. But
don't force them. I mean, if they don't want to watch the kid,
exactly. I'm just saying reward.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. But don't force the issue as well.
No.
They may resent that.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't force the issue at all. But when it does happens, reward.
Yeah, obviously be the bigger person.
And that olive branch, that's already, that part's already happened. Like I said, I'm 445 days sober. I've been back for a while. And that, thank yous and sorries and making amends, those things have happened. And when Milo was first born, they were super active grandparents. They were super helpful, really great. But it was at that point when Milo was like, okay, I can't really walk. I don't have an opinion. I don't want to run around. I can't run around and do the things I do. And now that he's 3, it's almost like they're just like, ugh, it's too much.
Well, they may come back, but they may come back. They may come back when he's 10, or whatever. And they may never come back. You're doing the right thing, Tim. You're sober, man.
And it's more hurting my wife, I've already put my wife through so much pain, and she's forgiven me, and I love her till the ends of the earth. And when she's heartbroken like that, I just want to solve the problem.
Tim, are you close with your parents at all?
Oh my gosh, they are the greatest. And I'm so glad, kind of like what Mark was describing. My son has that relationship with my parents, to where they will literally call and be like, hey, what are you guys doing today? Oh, we're just sitting around. Bring Milo over. We just want to watch him.
Yeah.
You guys are here, take some money. Go eat some dinner on us. And it's like, oh, okay, great. Like, he's so lucky to have them, but it's just like that kind of gaping hole on the other side of just like, oh, well, what about this?
The only thing you can do, Tim, also is just support. I'm sure your wife feels terrible that her parents are like that. You just have to support her and say, honey, I still love you no matter what your parents do, and I support your parents, and let her know that, her parents are not bad people, obviously. That's their choice. That's their choice. That's the way that they handle things, and it's okay. It's like, that some people handle situations differently, and it's fine. As long as you're supportive and you support Milo, you're protecting Milo, and you're making sure that your wife doesn't feel like shit because her parents are, a certain way, you're going to be fine. I mean,
and Tim,
Right.
you should know though, like, I'm unqualified, but I think pretty much every married couple goes through this same thing,
dude,
where it's like,
tell me about it.
yeah, it's like, where like I need the community of support, and why aren't, my kid is young, and I've lost a degree of identity, and what the fuck, like,
Yeah, I guess it's really, I need to get over the fact that I'm with my son. He's 3 years old. This is the only time he's going to be 3 years old. It is the best time to be around him before he gets older and has his own life. And just is like, go hang out with my grandparent. Why would I do that? I got to go hang out with my friends. Like, I feel bad that they're missing out on that, because this is the time when you build that relationship.
But you're right. But there's absolutely nothing you can say to
But that's
somebody
also his projection on them. Your son may never feel that way, Tim.
Yeah.
He may never have those questions, but it doesn't matter. Even if he did, it's like, it's fine. He'll go to therapy. He'll go to a real therapist. Listen, man, we can protect our kids and try to make, give them the best opportunities. There's this new thing called being a lawnmower parent, not a helicopter parent, but a lawnmower parent, which is where you mow everything in front of them. Like, you get in the way of bad problems. Like, you get in front of, you can't do that, man. He's going to have his own, Milo's going to have a different life from all of us. And all you can do is just be the great parent that you're being. Dude, you're sober. You're being an amazing husband and a father. That's all you can hope for.
And Tim, truly, like, thank you so. I know that we're going to get a lot of feedback, because this is such a common issue. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and telling us about this, because I know that I can relate. I know that we all we all can. Yeah. But I guess my final advice, truly though, would be to emphasize making sure that your wife feels very loved by you, which it sounds like you already do, and you guys have a great relationship. I would extend an additional olive branch, you probably have already, I know you have, to her parents, just to continue just one last thing, whether it's over email or it's in person or it's a handwritten letter, but something that's like, I want you to know that I want a really close relationship with you. I want to make sure Milo does. I know you already do with your daughter. Whatever, I want to continue to reassure you, because it's not that you need to do that, because you're proving yourself with your actions. But like, sometimes people need to feel a little humbled through another one's actions, which is somebody else humbling themselves before them. And anyway, so I would suggest that if you can, and what's the worst that could happen? I mean, no, I don't think an honest communication.
Well, and that's the thing, is like, I've gone through, drug abuse, alcoholism, that sort of thing. It's like, it's these emotional type of relationships that almost seem harder than having to go through rehab or getting sober. It's like, and that's always one of the problems, like with addiction, you're trying to control everything. And sometimes I still have to take a step back and be like, I can't control all of this.
But by extending the olive branch, you kind of are.
But that's also it, Tim. You can't control this, bud.
That's right. But truly, by
control.
by being a bigger person,
sure,
you are.
But yeah,
at least you're controlling.
You can control yourself.
Exactly. I honestly can say to myself, I did everything I could.
Yep.
And I was honest and generous, and that makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah, and it's my wife and son are on the forefront of my mind all the time. I mean, that's thing is making sure that they're okay. And, you know, it's like sometimes I feel like I don't know what to say to my wife about that, because it's like, my parents are great. And the best thing is that my wife has my parents too. And I know she loves them, and she talks to them like they're her parents that she didn't have. And, you know, it's heartbreaking. But Mark, I mean, I really appreciate what you said. I mean, not that lawnmower parent thing, that makes total sense. Like, I can't control all the emotions and all the hardships that are going to happen. I just sometimes have to let them happen.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Tim, will you please be in touch with us? I know we're going to get a lot of feedback about this. And thank you again. Thanks so much. I love you, and I so appreciate it.
Really appreciate it.
Bye, Tim.
Bye.
Hey, dear listeners, Mark-Paul.
Mark-Paul?
Oh.
We're going to go on a whole thing like, fuck the last name. Now we're just trying to get through the first name.
No kidding. Mark-Paul can be seen starring in Fox's new show, The Passage, on Mondays at 9 p.m. Why do we always have to say Pacific time?
Fox. Right?
On Fox.
On Fox.
Yeah.
9 p, but don't forget Central's 8.
Wait, why don't you read this?
All right. Mark-Paul can be seen starring in Fox's new show, The Passage, on Mondays at 9 p.m. on Fox.
9 p.m. is my favorite time on Monday.
Pacific Standard Time.
Is Kayla back? I just saw Kayla come back.
It was a little bit of beige.
Oh, it was beige.
God,
do you want to launch into beige real quick?
Hopefully I can be beige eventually.
All right, you ready? Let's do a 2-minute beige. Go for it.
Oh, Mark-Paul.
Red carpet.
Okay. How high? It's beige. It's beige from WT. Hey, you must be so thrilled about the success of Passage. The Passage, right?
Yeah, The Passage, based on a trilogy of books.
Oh, and isn't that so amazing? Like, what a comeback. That's so wonderful.
What a comeback, yes.
I mean, I think we all grew up watching you on Saved by the Bell. Oh, but so that it just must be wonderful to be doing more dramatic work.
Yes, because I guess I'm known
and
for
that really
my comedy.
taps into what you must feel as an actor. And what are you wearing tonight? And where is your lovely wife?
Oh, she's home.
Oh,
one of
with the kids.
is sick,
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, of course. Oh, well, it's so great to see you
too.
tonight,
Oh, my
Mark-Paul.
God.
And congratulations on your passage.
Thank you. What's that the worst? Is that the worst? I mean, honestly, that makes...
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by The Pill Club. Do you need to renew your birth control prescription? Want to switch your birth control? Maybe try it for the first time. Whether you know the brand you want or you're looking for help finding the best option, the Pill Club medical team has your back. With the Pill Club, you'll never have to make a trip to the doctor or wait in line at the pharmacy. The Pill Club is a birth control subscription prescribed by a medical professional and delivered straight to your door for free in discreet packaging. The Pill Club carries over 120 FDA-approved brands. Most brands of birth control are free with insurance or Medicaid. Otherwise, prices start as low as $7 per month without insurance. Right now, when you go to thepillclub.com/unqualified, the Pill Club is offering a $10 donation to bedsider.org for every unqualified listener who becomes a patient. Your donation will help low-income individuals get access to birth control through bedsider.org. That's thepillclub.com/unqualified to get your first birth control care package. That's thepillclub.com/unqualified to get your first birth control care package and donate to help more women in need of affordable birth control. Remember, thepillclub.com/unqualified. You must use the link to make a donation.
She was so cute.
This episode is brought to you in part by Plant Botanical. As everyone slowly comes out of hiding, many of you are asking the same questions. Am I ready for actual human contact? Should I swipe right? Will they look like their picture? Do I look like my picture? Is that the face of an axe murderer? Do I really want to take off these sweats? And for those of you who get that far, what drink should I be casually sipping? I have the answer to that one. While your date sits awkwardly silent, stunned by your good looks, dazzled by your intellect, or wondering how to dispose of your body, the drink in your hand should be delicious, refreshing, crisp, clean, plant botanical vodka seltzer. Weighing in at only 1 carb, made with real fruit and botanicals traditionally used for stamina, immunity, and detox, Plant Botanical is already thinking about your future encounters. Follow and DM at Plant Loves You and share a story or video of your funniest, wildest, or most awkward date for a chance to win up to $1,000 for your next one. Plant Botanical, your perfect companion while you look for your perfect companion. Available at Target, Pavilions, Vons, Total Wine, or visit plantlovesyou.com to find a store near you. Plant Vodka and Vodka Seltzer. Just the good shit.
We took some of the amazing feedback that we've gotten from our dear listeners who want to hear some of our classic calls from the past. So we rounded up this call from Unqualified's earlier days featuring Ken Jeong, Anna, and myself as we give some relationship advice to a recent college grad. And please visit unqualified.com/contact to share your feedback with us. And here is the classic call featuring Ken Jeong. Rebecca?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Rebecca. It's
You
Anna.
can hear it. Sorry, we're out of breath right now because we've been laughing for the last 10 minutes. Sorry about that. But we are ready for you.
No worries.
Anna is here. Ken Jeong is here. The brilliant, amazing Ken Jeong from Dr. Ken on ABC is here.
He just told me I had gonorrhea. And so we've been laughing about that for a while. And I've been laughing because it's true.
Rebecca, I'm so sorry. We're sorry. We're here to help you. But Rebecca, we have.
Don't worry about it. I'm
but-
fangirling, so it's
Listen,
okay.
Ken he's not only is he our special guest, but he may very well be qualified for your situation. So Rebecca, tell us what's going on.
All right, so I've been dating my boyfriend since about January, and we went to college together, and we were together on and off for like all 4 years. And he's actually in the midst of applying to med school right now.
Oh, cool.
I live in Chicago, and he lives in Madison, Wisconsin. So we're kind of already long distance, but I just don't really know where our relationship is headed because he is going to med school, and I'm afraid he's not going to have time. So I'm not really sure what to do.
Got it. So will you be staying in Chicago in the next year, despite wherever he's going for med school?
So most likely I will stay in Chicago.
Okay.
He's looking to go to school in the Midwest, but he's obviously not sure where he's going to get in and all of that.
Sure. I think, it's always scary when you're applying to med school. And I think I applied to like 10 of them from Duke, and I did not get into all of them. So, yeah, it's always a scary prospect. But so you guys have been dating on and off for 4 years, you said?
Yeah, we did throughout college, and now we're like officially boyfriend and girlfriend since we
January.
graduated, pretty much.
Got it. Well, I mean, I think the fact that, you're being supportive of your boyfriend no matter where he goes, I think that's, to me, more than distance is, you guys have made the decision to commit to each other. So that's the most important thing. So wherever he goes from there, you guys have already kind of established that framework.
But wait a minute. How hard is it for a woman to be, or a person to be supportive through somebody's med?
No, it's very tough because when you're in med school, I look at it this way. Think of the science curriculum that one had in college at their pre-med and multiply that times 3. So that's like the amount of volume of book work is it's really, really, really hard in terms of...
I could totally do it.
I know, and you've told me that many times in your Tumblr blog. And we have... But I do think that the fact that you are supportive of him and him of you, may I ask what are you interested in going into, or?
I'm in public relations.
Got it. So, I mean, I think as long as there's mutual support, you guys love each other, that to me, that it sounds so cliche and corny, and hacky to say, but that kind of
Ken, walk us through the
what's it
life
gonna be like?
of a woman dating someone who not only goes through med school but then goes through residency and all the hours. We're talking about being on call. I mean, we talked about this earlier. I have friends who are doctors as well, and I know that they're on call for like
And what
2
about
days at
those
a time.
sexy nurses?
yeah.
What about those sexy nurses?
What about those sexy nurses? I mean, to me, it really is about. It really is. You can't get through anything in life, med school or otherwise, without support and love. And I think every couple and every relationship is unique. And so, to me, it's really cool that you have kind of diverse interests, like in PR and in medicine. And like my wife's a doctor, and she still practices, and she's never been more supportive of my acting career. And I have actually dated other doctors and med students that when I would tell them I would do comedy or something, which is really an unusual thing in the world of medicine, from that perspective, they would bump on that. They would like, I don't understand really what you're trying to accomplish. But I think the reason I'm with my wife is that she was able to understand my world of medicine, but also understand just my love of comedy and wanting to try to do acting full time, and whether I succeeded or failed in it, she supported me. So if anything, I was really scared to do this full time as a profession. So it really took my wife's love and her support and she's a doctor, that she believed in me at that time more than I believed in myself. So it really is about support. And the fact, it sounds like you guys are really making the commitment to support each other. So I think no matter where he goes, I mean, it's only a plane trip away. So I think, nowadays it really is about how you establish what that relationship is, and every relationship is unique. It's like a snowflake, no two relationships are alike.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I do have a question about that's been kind of hard is he doesn't always have time to actually talk to me because he is too busy, like dealing with the applications and dealing with work. So I was just wondering if you have any advice on, like, should I keep sticking it out? I mean, it's just hard because I don't even get to see him, like, maybe, 3 weeks, and it's kind of a long-distance situation, too.
Oh, well, that's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, I mean, the answer ultimately is up to you guys. So it really is. Yes, right now applying is incredibly tough. And as I flash back, it's applying to all these med schools where I didn't know if I would get into any of them. So, I was not. Was I in a relationship? No, I was in a relationship at that time, but it wasn't as serious. So, I was really, it's tough. It's tough if you're more committed in a relationship and wanting to get to that next level. But I think there is something to be said about giving each other their space in this kind of time, and then after, come what may, and after kind of everything settles down, kind of assessing where your relationship is at that time.
Ken, did you meet your wife in med school?
No, I met her at work.
You met her while you were a resident?
No, actually, while I was attending. We were both attendings at the
same
same
you're both
HMO.
attending. Oh,
yeah.
okay,
gotcha. So we had just come out of other.
Now, did you have a relationship while you were in med school?
Yes.
Were you in a relationship?
Yes.
But she was also in med school with you? Okay,
yes.
So she understood your schedule.
Yes.
Any peers, friends that were in relationships that were not med students, that
yes.
like they had other jobs,
yes.
How did they make it work? Was it difficult?
Thinking, I've seen relationships work and not work, just like in anything else in life. So I've seen relationships that were super stable. And
right.
I remember my residency, one married couple in particular, my wife could not be more supportive of my friend, and she was not in medicine at all. And I think every couple is unique. Everyone has their own unique definition of what their relationship is. And in residency, it's even tougher, where you're working 90 hours a week and you're on call and
right.
you barely have time to see anybody.
Right.
And,
so Rebecca needs to understand all that because she's going to be going through that.
Yes. I mean, I think right now your boyfriend's under a lot of understandable stress of, like, will I get in? And this determines my life and my future. And I totally get that. But I also understand your side too. If you haven't talked to your boyfriend in weeks, you want to make sure that the lines of communication are open. So I think there's some happy medium to be had. I mean, thinking off the top of my head. And I think, yes, the need to be supportive, but also the need to recognize that support. So I see both sides of that coin very clearly.
Rebecca, what do you think? Is he the one? Are you sure that this is a guy that you want to spend the rest of your life with?
I mean, I'm only 23, so that's a big question.
Young Hollywood, right?
Our Thursday episode is also brought to you in part by Lola, the female-founded company that offers a modern approach to feminine care with their line of organic cotton tampons, pads, liners, and all-natural cleansing wipes. While it's true that I don't have any personal experience using Lola products, I have witnessed how much the two very important women in my life love Lola products. Both Anna and my wife Amy rave about this amazing company thanks to the affordable prices, convenient delivery, and most importantly, the transparency Lola uses in disclosing what exactly goes into their 100% organic feminine care products.
Hey, dear listeners, for 40% off all subscriptions, visit mylola.com and enter unqualified when you subscribe. That's mylola.com and enter unqualified. And thank you guys once again, truly, by supporting our amazing sponsors. You're helping us, and we really, really appreciate it, and we love you.
I hate to say this.
Do it.
I don't know. I can just, from her voice, and I didn't speak to her for very long. Rebecca, we didn't talk very long today when we spoke, so I'm just going to just say this. I feel like
you should break up.
I feel like she's not sure about him. That's why she's
23.
Right.
But playing devil's advocate, it's okay for 23.
But I think it's deep. I think it's deeper than the fact that he's in med school and that he's going to be really busy. I think there's something else right now, and the fact that she's 23.
Yeah.
Are you looking at med school as an excuse to break up with him?
No, I think it's more that I'm trying to protect myself than that factor. I think it's just I'm worried about, what might happen, so I'm kind of protect myself. And especially from when we were kind of on and off in college, just like the fear of what it was like to be on that off kind of cycle.
I think it's healthy to have doubts, and I think it's healthy, I mean, at this point, time will tell, and I think that the cycle of applications will be over by the spring, and you'll have a more clear idea as time goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna, final advice for Rebecca.
Final advice: do not get married until you're 30.
That's the advice. She's 23.
That's all I got.
That's what.
And hey, so Rebecca, by the time you're 30, 7 years from now, he'll be a full-fledged doctor. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he won't.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah, well, he will be an MD.
Depend-
He will be an MD. Yes.
Yeah, but she's not going to want to depend on him. Come on.
No, I'm just saying that it's if she supports him throughout all these years.
Thank you.
No, I didn't mean it that way. How dare you?
Yeah, he may need Rebecca
I just meant
to promote his talk show. He'll be this famous doctor.
Ken, you're the
having a
one.
publicist.
Ken,
Yeah.
Ken, you were the
I'm
one
turning on you.
You were the
dare
one that was
you.
talking about support and how you were so happy that you had a support system and how they should support each other.
Oh,
you were
fuck
talking
you.
about that. So if she's going to support him for the next 7 or 8 years, by the time he becomes an MD, that's amazing. How dare you both?
Well, anyway.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Sorry you had to witness this, Rebecca.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Sim here is all of a sudden like,
Yeah.
so
I'm the one
omnipotent.
that's saying you should support your partner.
Sorry,
I don't know what you guys are
Sorry,
saying.
he's Lenny Kravitzing this place. You got to let love rule. Whatever. Stupid.
What's your least favorite song?
Let love rule. No, that's my favorite. Least favorite song is I don't know. There's least favorite song. There are a couple. Oh God.
What song annoys you whenever you hear it?
I mean, there are a lot. I'm just trying to think. They're just so.
Rebecca, while Ken is thinking, what's your least favorite song?
Rebecca, help me out.
What's my least favorite song?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Right?
Anna, I know what yours is. Hotel California, right?
Yeah, but I also hate, and I like REM, but I hate that stand in the place where you are.
Oh, I like that song.
That from Get
That's
a
a
Life.
great song.
What? Get a Life.
Why
It's
would
Chris
you-
Elliott.
Because I have bad posture and I want to stand.
That song is
It got me
horrible.
through a lot of scoliosis
Stand in
problem.
the place where you are. Face.
I learned how to read a compass now, face west. Oh, I love that song.
No, that's a
soundtrack of my
horrible
youth.
song.
This is a great song. And you know what I
now
did?
we're enemies.
Well, I didn't like. Oh God, where is that one? That Toadies song like 20 years ago. It's like I forgot the name of the
Toadies.
Possum Kingdom.
No, that's Crash Test Dummies.
Oh, I didn't like that song. I hated that. Crash Test
Yeah,
Dummies.
Eric Andre just sang that on the show.
Oh, I hated
I
that
actually
song.
kind of like that song, but
I like that song
yeah,
too.
that's fine.
No.
Yeah.
That's-
Rebecca, you know what? We need to before we.
This is the most passionate I've
I'm
seen you.
so sorry, Rebecca. Right now, I'm just it literally got me so mad.
Rebecca, do you feel like we helped you? Is there something else you need from us?
Yeah, no, we've not helped her at all.
Okay,
This has
then
been
let's try and
horrible.
help her. I feel like Ken gave her great advice, but I also don't think that Rebecca is fully into this relationship.
I actually agree with that.
I mean, you can be in this relationship fully and then inwardly express doubts, and that's what it sounds like. So it's one of two things: either like what Sim said, you're questioning the relationship, or you're in the relationship but you're expressing some healthy doubts. So either way, I don't know how to interpret that. But I think either way, time will tell.
Every time anyone says, "But I'm only 23" or "I'm only 22," that means they're not fully in the relationship. That means they want to explore. Every single time someone says that, that's all I need to hear. But I'm only 23, and she said it twice. Or maybe once.
Well, I'm not looking down the road to marriage. You know, we've only been dating since January.
You've only been together since
That's
January. I mean, like, you've only been
We've
boyfriend and girl.
it's-
You've been off and on
They've been
for
on
4
for 4
years.
years. And
Yeah.
That's true.
So, you
but
mean-
it was never like a true relationship.
But
you
it's
know?
not like it's a guy you just met in January and you've been together since January. This is a guy you've known for 4 years, and you guys are both adults in your 20s, and you're both starting your careers. And so you're not really, wondering whether or not he is going to have time for you. You're wondering whether or not you want to be with him because your lifestyles are going to be so different and you're going to be so far apart.
I
Am I
think
the
know
only one?
I know
that's
what you're
like-
saying, but I think
Okay.
that it's a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Okay.
See, I'm trying to have it both ways, Rebecca. See what I'm doing? Slide a hand.
All right. I feel like I'm the bad guy here. So,
Not the bad guy.
You're neither bad nor good. So you're trying to have it both ways.
but here's the thing: we haven't resolved this yet. I can't end this call until we figure this out, or until you give her some final advice.
Final advice. I'm ready for it.
All right. Do you love this person?
Yeah.
Like, on a scale of like, and I don't want to do 1 through 10, but let's say
1 to 11.
let's say that you that he were to leave you in a week from now. On a scale of 1 through 10, how devastated would you feel?
Probably a 9.
Ooh,
Okay. All right.
and it wasn't a 10.
It wasn't a 10 just because I feel like a 10 is like I would like be, unable to survive. Like a 9 is like still really bad.
A 9 is like, I'm only 23. I'm going to do fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hurt right now, but I'll bounce back. That's what a 9 is right now.
Yeah, but when you're in it, it feels painful.
If my girlfriend left me, I would be devastated. It's a 10, 10 plus. The answer should always be 10.
But you're married.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, but when Sim and I were 23, we were fools. We were
Right.
like, we still are, but you have so much life to live. I want you to move to a big city.
She is in a big city.
Well,
She's in
Chicago is kind of the third largest city in the United States with the metropolitan square area. Having to think about.
Okay. I want
Dozens
I
of
want you to
millions of-
move to Brussels.
But doesn't it?
But that's a
doesn't
smaller
it show
city than
commitment
Chicago.
that I'm
Okay.
still with him, even though he lives in Madison? Doesn't that prove to you that I really care for him?
The fact that you're calling us right now and you're talking to us right now proves that you're thinking about alternatives. that you're thinking, whether or not you should be with him. And it is a long distance relationship. And like you said, you're only 23 and it's a 9, not a 10.
What is he thinking right now?
Yeah, good question, Ken.
Well, I mean, he really cares about me as well, and he wants to make time for me, but physically he feels like he can't, and I think it's causing him to be even more stressed, which makes me feel even more bad. So it's kind of like this cycle of I'm just waiting, till he's done with his app so that he can, have more time for me and we can, be together physically and just.
Have you guys been got it? Have you guys been arguing about this, or in terms of like spending time together?
We've been talking about it. I wouldn't say arguing, but it has been a topic of discussion.
Okay.
It sounds like you guys need to talk about this a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, that will inform you where to go. Is you guys need to communicate.
I think you both need to figure out what you both really want right now.
Or fucking throw his fucking ass to the curb.
What?
That's literally the opposite of what we suggested. I mean, I can't think of anything more 180 degrees, like diametrically opposed to the nuanced advice I was attempting.
Rebecca, you're getting a lot of conflicting things right now. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I honestly couldn't hear what she said.
Oh my God. This has been one of those nights, Rebecca. And trust me, we are really trying. Our first call was really, really hard. And I think we're still reeling from that, to be honest. So here's the thing. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go, because I think we have to go. But Rebecca, you guys need to talk. Right, Ken?
Yeah, absolutely.
They need to talk. Anna, they need to talk, right?
Well, she didn't say that, She said otherwise.
But anyways, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Will you please email me and let me know what happens?
I'll keep you posted.
Please. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thanks for having me. I love the podcast.
Thanks, Rebecca. I love you.
Thanks, Rebecca. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.